Anna, I think you can start.
Good afternoon to everyone. I will introduce myself. I'm Anna Hadam. I'm working for the Polish TA in the biocidal unit. And I will try to shortly summary and explain you the priority criteria we have chosen for each of the proposed topics for the user subject list. We, as the workshop committee, have collected 27 topics proposals for user updates. And within some of these topics, there were even 2 or 3 options, what makes this number of proposals much greater than 27 even. And as you can see in the background documents, these topics are still of different nature from the scenarios, the new scenarios, some topics related to only some chemical classes, or completely new approaches which are proposed for the users. That's why almost from the beginning, it was clear for us that some prioritization is needed. And we have chosen 2 main criteria to prioritize our topics. The first question we have asked ourselves were how much time is needed for the implementation of each subject, each proposal into users. The second question was how important we think this topic is for the future implementation. Within priority scores related for the time for implementation, we ask whether the topic we propose is mature enough. It means whether there are scientific backgrounds already given for that, or maybe there is still some research needed. In case for at least some of topics, it was also important for us to ask whether there is already any IT tool which could support the future users, or whether such IT tool doesn't exist at all. Something should be still developed from the beginning. As we work in under REACH and BPR, the also important questions on the readiness of the proposal was also that if that topic has been already agreed at regulatory level, and whether these new subjects will require any new data. In the case of the level of importance of the proposed subject, one of the most important things was that how many chemicals will be affected by this change, whether it will be all chemicals or maybe just some chemical classes, and how huge this class is. Naturally, the second relevant question was how huge impact the change will have on the exposure assessment, whether it will be low, high, whether it will be just a correction of the error already existing in the model, some refinement, or the improvement. Taking this all into account, we have grouped all our topics, given the total priority score. We achieved 4 types of groups, which were topics ready and high importance, not ready yet, but high importance, ready and of lower importance, and not ready and lower importance. For those which we now propose that topics which are ready and high importance, we propose that they will be implemented in the first version of updated users. Of course, there will be still some exercise, some sensitive analysis for them. For the second group, not ready yet for the implementation, because we feel there's still some scientific or rather technical discussion needed and the regulatory agreement as well. But we feel that these issues are still very important. We propose to implement them into the later versions of the users. In case of topics which are ready but of the lower importance, we've got still the question mark, because decision whether it will be implemented in the future users or not will of course depend on the cost of such implementation and work on that. Within our proposal, there are also some topics which are not ready yet for implementation and of lower or medium importance. And here I think we will have to much think whether it is worth to implement them into users at all. Here we have our proposal, collected items which are ready and of high importance that we propose. We have collected 12 of such items, but please notice that in case of some topics there were few options. So for example, for users, option 2 is treated by us as ready and high importance, whether the other options are not ready yet by high importance. This is the most of topics are in this ready and high importance. The second group with 10 proposals for updating users are those topics which are not ready yet for the quick implementation by of high importance. And please notice that in case of the topic number 2 as presented here and related to the belief scenarios, already we know that it is not ready yet for implementation. We would like to have it in the first version of usage because we think it's really important from the architecture point of view of this model. As I mentioned, we have also some topics which are not ready and lower importance, and also not ready and lower important or medium important. Thank you.